Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Belladonna. So, last time we went ahead and we started the game, we got up into the point of this bedroom here, and now we're going to go ahead and continue onward. So let's see. Oh.
The doctor is losing it. He's just scribbling down nonsense by now. What will he do if he ever acts on his wild suspicions?
Honestly, it's a good question. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. It is clear to me what I must do. I am now convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that my wife is unfaithful. They still hide it very well, her and that housemaid, but my logical mind tells me there is no other explanation. For countless hours I have pondered the situation, and the more I think about it, the more certain I become that my judgment is correct. These countless hours are hours I could have spent thinking about my work. It is clear to me that I will never be able to fully concentrate on the puzzles at hand, as long as my thoughts keep creeping back to my wife and her new lover. This is the very reason that my research is progressing at such an agonizingly slow pace. Yeah, sure, your suspicions are the reason, huh? So it is clear to me what I must do. Belladonna herself is the person who I want back into my life, so I cannot punish her. That leaves her lover, the young maid. She is unimportant, and it is she that must go. I could fire her and throw her out of the household, but I fear this would not resolve anything. The two of them would still know of each other, and they could write secret, forbidden love letters or meet up at secluded rendezvous. No, it is clear to me what I must do. I must get rid of the maid for good. Oh, that doesn't sound good. A plan is already taking form in my head. In the greenhouse out back, I keep a lot of plants and herbs. One of the specimens I have is called deadly nightshade, an interesting plant with many medical uses, but its renown comes from the fact that its extract is lethal already at small doses. Preparing a powder from this poisonous plant is not at all problematic. Getting the victim to ingest the dose will be a challenge, but I expect to have ample opportunity. They are not aware I know the truth, and thus suspect nothing. The maid will fall ill, and within a short time she will die of seemingly natural causes. No one will be the wiser concerning the true circumstances of her demise. Deadly nightshade is merely the common name for this plant. Its scientific name is Atropa belladonna. Really? That is interesting. The symmetry strikes me as beautiful. The poor girl strayed too close to the belladonna, and that would be the death of her. Okay, so why does something tell me that his plan to poison the maid may explain why, we are a reanimated corpse?
A big and heavy candlestick. It looks like there used to be two of them.
Huh, used to be two of them, huh?
It's a mortar, and a pestle too. They seem to belong here, but I'll remember where they are in case I need them another time.
Okay, I wonder if we're gonna have to actually go back for them or something. Oh, there's another journal page. I'll click it in a second.
A beautiful china bowl. It looks hand-painted.
Oh, okay, so this is something we're gonna need.
The name on the plaque is Lucas von Trauerschloss. This must be the ashes of Wolfram's son.
Oh, von Trauerschloss. Okay, so that's actually the last name of the doctor. I'm gonna be honest, the last episode we did, I couldn't even read the last name because of the typeface, and I was thinking like, okay, I can't tell who this dude is, but and here's a portrait.
The label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss. So this is the man who brings the dead back to life. He looks as though he would have been handsome once.
Handsome once, so I guess age has changed that?
This story is so sad. I don't even know if I want to read this one.
Well, we have to. My wife took the wayward maid's death harder than I had expected, further confirming my suspicions that they were indeed having a secretive love affair. She is passionate and irrational. raging all day and crying all night. Where a few months ago the cold shrouded silently over our house, now there is the wailing shrieks of bedlam. One should think that she would be used to dealing with the grief of lost loved ones by now. Well, that's kind of harsh. Sheesh. However, in all sincerity, I don't believe she was ever as affected by the death of our only son as I was. I also suspect that she might have guessed I had something to do with her lover's demise if she wouldn't talk to me before. Now she yells and barks at my every movement. I hardly leave my laboratory these days. I even have a small bed down here where I sleep the few hours when I'm not working. All the while, she prowls around upstairs like a hungry tiger and attacks me over futile nitpicks as soon as I poke my head out. What happened to the love we shared when we were married? We were going to live together in her inherited castle. In her inherited castle? Okay, so she had the money, not you? We were going to have children together, and all I get is abuse and a cold bed in the basement. All I want is for things to go back to the way they were before all this. Okay, so apparently he said her inherited castle, so does that mean that he married her for money? Like, was his family the poor family?
It's warm. I haven't realized until now just how cold my body is.
Okay, is that everything we need to click in here? Okay, well that's the door. There's nothing else? No, okay, so there isn't much to this room actually.
A dead body.
Oh wow, the music's changed. It changed for a split second. It also did a dramatic thing, but why'd you walk around?
It's the body of Dr. von Trauerschloss. He's dead. And what's more, he's been murdered. But who could have done this? There must be some clues around.
Okay.
The missing candlestick. And it seems to be the murder weapon.
Well, obviously. Someone knocked his butt out, but
the back of his head has been cracked open by a heavy blow. He couldn't have seen the attack coming. He was dead before he knew what happened. So he trusted his assailant then? Was it me? I have no memories from my life before. Maybe it was I who killed him. But then, how was I brought back?
Exactly, so it couldn't have been you anyway.
There's something in his pocket.
Ooh, it's a small key.
It's a small, delicate key.
Oh, whoops.
He kept it in the pocket closest to his heart. I wonder what it unlocks.
Interesting. And of course you
Blood is flowing from a wound in his skull. I wonder if he was alive when he was killed, or if he was just a mechanical cadaver like me. There is no clockwork or artificial parts that I can see. But how can you tell?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there really isn't anything else here.
The body is still warm. He cannot have been dead for much longer than I have been alive. Did he have to die for me to live?
At this point, we do not know. Okay, so
there's a letter clutched in his hand. His final words? Or a clue left by the killer?
Let's see. Over the course of a sleepless night, I have thought through my next course of action from every possible angle, for it is indeed time for me to take action again. Even with the troublesome maid out of the way, I see little chance of getting my old Belladonna back. If anything, she is worse now than ever before, but I have an idea, one that kept me awake all night. I have come very far in my research by now. I can now fairly predictably create living creatures that are stable enough to not spontaneously die again. This is consistent through many different species of animal. I have noticed something peculiar though. The returned creation seems strangely vacant and sluggish. It is as if, although the body is brought back to life, the soul is forever lost. The creation is perfectly functional and responds to stimuli. I'm misreading stuff today, I swear. Just as if it were truly alive, but the mysterious spark of will seems to be missing. I know no other way to describe the phenomena. This bothered me before, but now I cannot help to think that this might suit my needs. Isn't it precisely the strong will of my wife that is causing all my problems? Okay, excuse me, pal. Sheesh. There is no need to be poetic with flowers this time. I am in no short supply of lethal substances in the laboratory, and poison suits my needs well as it leaves no physical trauma on the body. I will still need to make incisions in the corpse to replace internal organs with clockwork parts, but stitching together surgical cuts is much simpler than trying to repair unhealed bodily damage. The integrity of her visage is a priority. To extinguish Belladonna's current life and give her a new one. To bring her body and mind back, minus soul and free will. A beautiful, obedient automation. A mechanical doll with all the functionality of a woman, but who is responsive and does what she's told. That, my dear future reader, would truly be something. I think it is high time I tried my revivification process on a human subject. Okay, I'm starting to not like this doctor that much. Starting to act a bit like an asshole if you ask me, but whatever. Let's see. Okay, so there's... I can click on all the gargoyles. Yeah, okay, so there's multiple rooms here. Another journal page.
Those are a lot of gargoyles. Leupold, Brunhilde, Arthur, Maya, Lena, Ismildor, Ether, and Yosef. In that order.
You just gave random names to these gargoyles.
Those are a lot of gargoyles.
Oh, okay, so you just...
Leupold, Brunhilde, Arthur, Maya, Lena, Ismildor, Ether, and Yosef. In that order.
Okay, I know I've heard those names before, especially Brunhilde. I've heard that name before. I swear there's probably so many references in here, and I'm either catching some of them or missing them completely.
It's an old clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
Yep, old grandfather clock. Oh, and it moves too.
This letter is signed Belladonna. I've been waiting to hear the other side of this story.
Oh yay, so now we get to see her end of it, at least when she was alive. If you had asked me just a few years ago about my future, I could never have fathomed my life today would be as it is. So strange a path has the twists of fate set me upon that I wake every morning bewildered, and like a small child I expect anything and everything to happen during each new day. The night my planned future snapped out of joint and took a whole new direction was the night when my son Lucas died. I married Dr. Wolfram von Traverslop, whatever the name is. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that very well. In the spring, and we loved each other deeply back then. How young we were. He was an educated gentleman from the University of Ingolstadt, and I had first assumed we would get a flat in Venia. Instead, he convinced me we should live in my family's old castle and accept our roles as old-fashioned nobility to the little village down the hill. We moved into the castle with a staff of 30 servants, beginning the task of breathing life and joy into the majestic halls. At this time, I expected to live out my life as a lady of the household, minding the servants and indeed raising children. Interesting. Before long, our first son was born, and shortly after, he once again departed. I was devastated, of course, but Lucas had been sickly from his first day, and even though my husband had blocked out the possibility from his mind, I was not entirely surprised when it happened. Nonetheless, it changed to us. I believe Wolfram blames me for what happened, that he thinks it was somehow my fault. He retreated into his laboratory in the old dungeon and started doing unholy experiments and God knows what. Those were dark times. Instead of a household and a child to take care of, I now had no guests, practically no husband, and no child. Everything I thought would occupy my time was gone, and all I could do was grieve in solitude. The castle staff left one by one, until there was only a handful still here. My existence was meaningless, and I spent my days doing nothing. But I dealt with my grief in my own way, and in time, the claws of melancholy began, loosening their grip on me. In so many ways, I have Clara to thank for that. I wonder if that's the maid. The maid that we read about in the other pages, actually. Okay, there's really nothing else. Okay, so we have 3 ways to go. We have the study, the living room, and the backyard. I guess we'll start with the study. Ew, that's not a very interesting picture. Oh, cool, it's Raven.
A stuffed raven atop a bust of Pallas Athena. What a cheerful decoration. Let's call them Annabelle and Dupin.
Yeah, sure, we'll just give them both random names. I don't know, I was hoping she was going to make a reference to Edgar Allan Poe with that, but whatever.
That's a lot of books. Imagine you had books filled with every possible combination of letters. I wonder how much room they would take. There's a finite amount of letters, but unless we acknowledge a maximum length of a word, there would still be an infinite number of combinations, and the library would have to be infinitely large.
Okay, well, that, mind-blowing experience just happened. Alright.
Another portrait. It says her name is Franziska Canosa, an old relative, no doubt. But I wonder how she relates to the von Trauerschloss family.
Huh. She might be related to the mother's side, to Belladonna's, actually. Toy collection.
Look at all these old toys. Wind-up dolls, music boxes, and mechanical trains all around. I think this used to be a private hobby of the eccentric Dr. Wolfram's, before he got into the whole corpse business.
Possibly. Is there anything up here? No, it just all says toy collection. It's a ladder. Oh, a typewriter.
I should sit down and write a story. But with all these journals and diary pages lying around, it seems like I already may have.
Let's see, there's another journal page.
Look, a perfect sphere. Let's see if I can get two parallel lines to intersect.
Yeah, sure, let's play with the globe. There's another journal page. Oh, wait. There's a kitty! There's a kitty cat. We'll see the cat in a minute.
The doctor's handwriting. I know it well by now.
Well, you gotta give the doctor some credit. His handwriting's a little neater than the wife's, actually. Months have passed, and I must indeed conclude that the procedure was a success. The new Belladonna is certainly calmer, friendlier, and more docile. Yeah, like a dog, right? She gladly keeps me company in the laboratory nowadays, and she is polite and pleasant in everything she does. One is tempted to describe her demeanor as lobotomized, but no. When I ask her questions, she will answer in a clear and articulated voice, and she is responsive to all kinds of stimuli. Verily, I have gotten all I could ask for. That troublesome maid is gone, and Belladonna is back with me, complacent as ever. Her behavior is exemplary. Our lives are returning to that idyllic past I had thought. Whoops. Ah, crap, I clicked out of it, sorry. Oop, that is the wrong one. Where is it? Nope. Oh my gosh, I just lost the freaking S page. There we go, sorry. There was something on the screen of my laptop, and I was trying to wipe it off, and the stupid thing clicked out. Where were we again? See, rarely got all I could ask for. The troublesome maid is gone, and Belladonna is back with me, complacent as ever. Her behavior is exemplary. Our lives are returning to that idyllic past I had thought lost in all aspects except one. No child giggles in these halls. Yeah, because your son died. But my research is proceeding rapidly, and the question presents itself. Who needs a womb to create life? Oh boy. Sounds like this is getting more interesting. I made an unexpected observation, a side effect of the unliving condition, the household cat. Oh no, don't tell me they do something to the poor cat. The household cat, a black beast and once Belladonna's loving pet, has gained a great mistrust for the latter's new form. Well, duh, because the cat knows it's not really her, supposedly. A disquiet has fallen over the animal, and he will not go near the creation. Why is this, I wonder? Why this lack of trust, this sudden and ferocious hatred? Belladonna's appearance seems to me not much unlike what the cat before so fondly gravitated towards, but evidently the beast perceives a difference. As a species, the cat has popularly been associated with witchcraft and mysticism. Their eyes do indeed strike one as remarkable. Is it perchance so that the feline oculus is capable of appearing to a human soul and spirit, and so, when faced with the created Belladonna, is distressed by the lack thereof? It's very possible, and also the cat knows the owner is different. So this explains our kitty over here, which something tells me the cat's not gonna like us, is it? Ooh,
I'm not going near that horrible cat. I'll have to get rid of it somehow if I want to proceed.
Okay, that kind of spooked me, actually. Can we use the bowl for something?
Interesting, but no.
Well, we have a bowl.
Interesting, but no.
I'm trying to put the bowl back.
I need something else.
I know you need something else. Okay. Let's see. What do cats like?
That's a lot of books.
I don't want to click on the
Imagine
books.
you had books filled with every possible combination of letters. I wonder how much room they would take. There's a finite amount of letters, but unless we acknowledge a maximum length of a word, there would still be an infinite number of
clicking on
combinations,
it.
and the library would have to be infinitely large.
There we go. Finally, she's done. That's one of the downsides of clicking this game when you're trying to get her to move around. It's very let's see. It's very difficult to not actually click on something in some areas. Okay, so we need something to get rid of the cat, because the cat's not going to let us go any further than where we are. Oh. Huh. This is the living room? Makes me think of Sweeney Todd, actually, because of the way
it's snowing outside.
Oh, it is?
I have no concept of the current year, season, or even geographical location.
Okay. I guess it just all says sheeted furniture?
This room looks completely abandoned. I suppose this is what happens when you're down to a skeleton crew of only one maid, no matter how fantastic she is.
Journal page.
Another journal page. This one has drops of blood on it.
Okay. Belladonna. Must think, remember. Hands, fingers, write words. What the heck? Words, something, hate. Okay, well that had, I don't know what. Okay, so there's really, there's nothing really in this room. But no, really, I mean, just looking at this makes me think of Sweeney Todd, actually. In fact, I had the movie poster for that movie, and like the way the movie poster is designed, just the room structure is very similar. Guess the only place we can go is the backyard, I guess. Well, maybe not. Hold on, let's go back inside. Let's see. No. Come over here. Go to the dinner room. Or dining room. Whatever room you want to call it. There has to be something else I have to click. Crap. Because we need something to get the cat to move. And I'm kind of taking a guess, but I think we can probably use the bowl. We maybe put something in it, like some sort of food or something in it. That would actually help us get past Mr. Kitty Cat, because, you know, clearly Mr. Kitty Cat don't like us right now. Can we click this? Nope.
I'm not going near that horrible cat. I'll have to get rid of it somehow if I want to proceed.
Yeah, we're gonna need to find something else then. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and stop right here. This is pretty much where we're stuck at for right now, because definitely we're gonna need to find something. Like I said, I'm taking a guess. Maybe if I can, probably in the next episode, we can find something to put in the bowl in order, you know, to feed the cat, either to get it to get out of the way, or worst case scenario, to kill it, unfortunately. I mean, I really wouldn't want to do that, but you know, we might have no other choice if we want to proceed in the game. So, if you guys enjoyed the episode, you know, like, fave, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that said, I will see you guys around later. Much. Bye.